you almost have to do it right when you want to go on, or it won't connect up to the event. Yeah. So you're so used to doing it at half. Yeah. I did, but now I know I got to actually put like the pregame at 7. But Tom, are we going to start on time? Tom, are we going to start? Tom, will we start later?
Yeah, we're going to start about 20 after.
Okay. Sorry?
Are you doing the streaming?
Streaming, yeah.
What's the link for Tucker?
Can you grab one of the cards? Okay, we're on .com. You can go to Stanwood High School, your YouTube channel, and then watch it and hear it, and hear us as well. But we're that's just us. No video. Hey, sir. Good? How are you?
I just moved to the side of my leg, bro.
You gonna be okay there?
Yeah, I'll be alright.
So what are the numbers doing? Are we leveling off at all, or? Well, theoretically, it wasn't. Now it's with the pumper.
Families, if you're together, group of 8 months, that's fine. Again, please adhere to the large common procedures where the group names are.
So are we? this basketball game that you had. So is that one of the teams that we're going to wrestle at home? Oh, okay. We're going to be doing that, hopefully. Since we got YouTube going, might as well hook up to theirs. We got our ringer in to talk wrestling. So, there we have it.
You know how to do this, my guy? Okay. Good.
I didn't see out there too many baseball and softball games.
Possession, ball possession, quarter time out.
Did you?
And if you're struggling, just go check it out. I got
Every time I think we did 5 games and we tried the video. I think I got one with no glitches. Yeah. Lacrosse at high school? Yeah. I'm sorry? Okay. Yeah, you gotta have the blue line.
How's it going? How's it going?
Good. Yeah.
The bus will probably get everybody in the car.
Alright. Okay. I don't know. I did a day of lacrosse for STSPN. Did like 4 games, and by the end of it, I kind of knew what I was talking about for a while. I just thinking, good God, I mean, certainly that's a foul. That's gotta be a foul. Yeah, no, that's it. If you wail, it's okay. You just can't jab. No jabbing. All right. I got time to get a mic out. You wanna talk? You're live, so now. Okay.
Time now for Stanwood Spartan Sports here on TCSNSports.com in conjunction with the Stanwood High School's Career and Technical Education Department. Now let's go to the game.
And hello, everyone, and welcome to Stanwood Gymnasium, site of the first girls basketball game against the Marysville-Pilchuck Tomahawks. And with me tonight is Mr. Perry Williams, my longtime broadcast partner, and also a special guest tonight will be Mr. Evan Caldwell. How's it going, Evan?
It's going really good. I'm excited to be here. First game in the new gym, first basketball game in the new gym.
Period. I'm excited here. I don't have any plastic bags or anything to put over the equipment. The wind is not blowing any of the paperwork around, and I'm not dealing with any cameras at all. So I'm feeling happy about this.
Good. Yeah. See. Good.
So earlier today, I tried to harass Mr. Caldwell about the fact that I did not get a beautiful report on these girls, and he claimed he was too busy doing superintendent interviews and stuff like that. What do you got? What do you got going on this for our winter sports? Various information out there.
Yeah, it's been tough to get any sort of previews together for any of the sports just because it's so condensed. I usually have that week off in between seasons to kind of talk to coaches and see some practices and get some players, but no. So I will be learning alongside all of you exactly how this team ticks. I did it last night. I watched the boys on YouTube on the Marysville channel and saw them, and they look good. They had some really fun plays. They look like a very fun team to watch this season.
Well, I was very surprised, not surprised at the outcome, but just the lopsidedness of that win. Marysville-Pilchuck has graduated a lot of seniors, but they've been a dominant program for the last 4 or 5 years, and Stanwood now has really set the tone.
Yeah, and I know the boys had played a lot during this off season, and they definitely have a lot of chemistry, and you could see it kind of just shine from the get-go. They've got some plays, they've got some connections, and they have a very fun style. So I really hope people get out and they'll be able to, as many people can possibly see them. I hope they get to see them tomorrow, right? Tomorrow's their home opener.
Yes. Yeah, and we'll have that game on TCSN, but it will also be in the Stanwood YouTube site. So I keep saying this as you go to YouTube. In the address bar, you type in Stanwood High School, and you'll see the Stanwood High School channel, and just click on that, and you can watch the game as you can this game tonight as the Spartans take on Marysville-Pilchuck. So we're going to have senior night, and our time tonight is senior night, and our time is a little bit up. So should we just jump right into wrap up?
That'll work fine.
All right.
So why don't you start off, Perry, with I think I had you go on to baseball.
All right. Well, the game last game was Friday. Was supposed to be played in Marysville-Pilchuck. Because of the rain in the morning, they moved it to the brand new turf field in Stanwood. And I asked if I wanted to come and do it. And of course I did on a Friday afternoon. Ended up being an exciting game, but just a little short where the Spartans, they lost 5-4. Ended up with a 4-9 season, but the bulk of the roster is coming back for next year. I think they're going to be good. They're just showing signs of really building a program. Very few errors this year. There's some good young pitchers, and I think next year is going to be a positive year.
Yeah, I agree with everything. Yep.
Lacrosse has started. We talked a little bit about that.
Yes, both the boys and girls have played matches for the last couple of weeks. The girls have 2 wins last week, their first home win ever in their first season ever in high school action with a 12-1 win over Ingram on Thursday night. The boys are 1-1 after a home win against Shorecrest on Friday. They played GP yesterday. Did you happen to know that?
I don't think they won.
Okay.
I think they fell in that game.
No results with them, so we'd rather go with no results.
There you go.
And they play Cascade Jackson, the combination squad, on Friday. How about the track teams, Barry?
Well, the track teams had a really good season, and they wrapped it up in good fashion, both the boys and the girls, defeating Monroe 77-66. Were the boys defeating Monroe, and the girls even a bigger margin, winning 97-57. They were 4-1 for the season, and Coach Sneva is excited for the future because there's a lot of youngsters that are going to be coming back for next year.
But have we ever seen Coach Sneva not excited about the future?
Yeah, he's very exuberant, yes. But they did pack a lot into this track and field season. The kids competed in a ton of stuff, and they did a lot, and everyone stayed relatively healthy, I think, and
Yeah.
they put up some really good numbers and good PRs.
All right, softball.
Well, the softball team, they finished up the season with some losses, unfortunately, last week. Their last one was against Lake Stevens. Lake Stevens is a perennial state power every year. We play them every year for some crazy reason, even though they're a 4A team. And they pretty much did the same thing to us that they always have, unfortunately, 11-0 win. But once again, Coach real excited about a young team that's coming back. Not too many losses on seniors. And
I'd like to add something. I mean, we've seen softball struggle because they don't have the softball team in the middle school, or hadn't. Now they have a softball program there, and you can tell that the skills are there. There were very few errors this season. And I think when you got a lot of young players, the bats are probably the last thing that kind of start to come along. And that's really, I think, where they were missing is if they'd have been able to generate some runs, I think they'd have got a couple W's. And so I'm looking forward to next year. I think they were a very good team. And I think had we had a regular season and played a lot of 3A competition, we'd have had 3 or 4 wins.
They also had a tough start because they had some COVID issues and then had to kind of combine the JV team and the varsity team. So it's already kind of a difficult start. So they finished strong. They put a whole bunch of games together in the last couple weeks there to make up for what they did. So
yeah.
And that's the other thing. With 2 doubleheaders, not back-to-back, but 2 days apart or whatever.
Yeah, the last 2 weeks they played like the entire season, it seems.
Right,
it was a
right.
ton of action.
So I guess my thing is to talk about the golf team. They won their last 2 matches against Everett and Lakewood. The girls lost their last match, but were just 2 strokes out of second place. And then we want to talk about the soccer team, Bob.
And yes, now they are a team that we should be excited about for the future because just a couple of seniors, a lot of sophomores got playing time this year. They had a tough time against their 4A schedule. They finally got to play some 3A teams. They won both of those matches. They won their first match against Everett 3-1, and then they beat Lakewood 4-3. And that was quite the shootout there, it appears, to finish on a winning note anyway, and finally get some consistent scoring going because they had not really had a chance to put that ball on target in frame the whole season and against the tougher teams.
All right, and we talked a little bit about it, but the basketball team started the spring season, actually the winter season.
The winter season, yes.
I'm just calling it season number 3, which starts in May and ends in June. They started with a big win, 73-41 over Marysville-Pilchuck last night. Offense was cooking. Jake Cleary, Colton Scott, Caden McLaughlin each scored in double figures. Cleary, Jake had 14 points, Colton 12, and McLaughlin had 11. Cor Roberson right there behind him with 9 points. And a big win over Westco rival Marysville-Pilchuck, 73-41. Coach, we had a chance to talk with him at I think an early soccer game or a late football game up in the press box, and he seemed very excited about this team that he's going to have this year.
I think they got a lot of off-season play in. I can't remember if he said 30 games for over the year, which you wouldn't have expected in a COVID situation, but they did a lot of traveling and played a lot of games, and I think you're right. I think this is an underrated squad that would have done some interesting things had they had a chance to do normal.
Yeah, agreed.
And because of the COVID season, we're having senior night tonight because we do not know how long this winter season is going to last. We got, 2 weeks for sure? Or 1 week?
At least 2. I think it might be a little bit more depending on when things go into effect, if and when things happen. I know the boys are doing their senior night tomorrow too. Yeah, got to nail it in because you never know. We lost a couple of Westco teams today for 2 weeks.
Lake Stevens is out, their girls team with a COVID issue, and I guess we were mentioning wrestling?
Yeah, Marysville-Pilchuck wrestling. The Spartans were supposed to travel there today to open their season, but that got canceled. So the Spartans will open their season at home on Friday against Snohomish, I think.
And we are going to be there. Jerry Evans, our we've wrestled. We wrestled up our wrestling expert. And that's Jerry Evans. He's going to be here Friday working with us, and we're going to have that on our YouTube or on the Stanwood YouTube channel, and we'll put the audio on our site as well, but it should be good. It is seniors night, and we're going to announce the seniors for the Stanwood Spartans, and when that happens, we'll throw it to
I think we're going to take a quick timeout, though, just ahead of that, and go to our PSAs for a moment. This is Stanwood Girls Basketball on TCSNSports.com.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
When you want to find out about all the events and happenings that affect you where you live, the source to go to, the Stanwood Camino News. Check out the weekly edition every Tuesday. For the latest breaking news, sports, and weather, go to Stanwood Camino News website, scnews.com, online 24/7. So for the news that affects you where you live, go to scnews.com and the weekly Stanwood Camino News. And let's go to stadium announcer Scott Carlson.
Be loud, be proud, and be positive. Tonight, let's meet our starters. Starting for the visiting Marysville-Pilchuck Tomahawks. A 5-foot junior, number 1, Imogen Moses. A 5-foot 9-inch junior, number 4, Brianna Ruiz. A 5-foot 9-inch junior, number 20, Emily Hammer. A 5-foot 11-inch freshman, number 32, Gianna Frank. And starting tonight for the Tomahawks, a 5-foot 10-inch junior, number 34, Aubrey Zackus. The head coach for the Tomahawks is Taylor Stevens. And now your starting lineup for your Stanwood Spartans. Introducing a 5-foot 11-inch junior, number 3, Ava Cook. Tonight starting for the Spartans, a 5-foot 9-inch sophomore, number 11, Tatum Brager. Introducing a 5-foot 5-inch sophomore, number 20, Chloe Santaford. For the Spartans, a 5-foot 9-inch junior, number 35, Emma Floyd.
Lisa's having trouble getting her thing going.
And tonight for the Spartans, a 6-foot 4-inch sophomore, number 53, Vivian Burris.
And I can't get it off that screen.
The head coach of the Spartans is Mr. Trent Adams. Ladies, this time, please rise.
I got it. I put in the 8 and then
Recently, the Snohomish County Officials Association lost two of its own with the passing of longtime basketball officials Robert Colt and Larry Tiger. At this time, please join me in a tribute to these two men with a moment of silence. Thank you. At this time, we'll have our national anthem performed by the Stanwood High School Jazz Ensemble under the direction of Mr. Eric Ronnie. Ted Gallagher, Mark Poland, and Jeff Armstrong from the Snohomish County Association. It's basketball time in Stanwood.
Yes, it is.
Ladies, let's play ball.
Sorry, Perry, I'm just doing this really quick. We're done.
All right, he's got the Statmaster 2-3. I mean, this is the 2000. Next year, we're gonna upgrade. We're gonna get the Statmaster 3000.
Yeah, expect more out of you when you get that upgrade, Perry.
The jazz ensemble doing another good job. Now, they move it from outside to inside, and you can't tell a difference in quality.
No, you can't. I tell you, they're the most consistent team. So we are not going to be jumping the ball here tonight. The Pilchuck Tomahawks are going to be having the ball first. Passing that in will be Brianna Rios. Oh, Chloe Stanford goes in for the ball, and it's a hard body check. And right off the bat, she was going for the ball, but unfortunately,
that
defense was on point right off the bat there. Chloe hasn't calmed that down at all. Ball quickly off. Stopped by Ava Cook. They get it back out to Emily Harris, and she puts it in. Did she sneak the 3 or the 2? They give her
two.
the.
Did they give it 2? I think it was 2.
Bring the ball down is Tatum Brager. Gets it over to Chloe gets it in deep to Viv Barrett. Barrett flips it over to Floyd. Floyd has a wild pass, gets it back to Brager, back into Barrett. Barrett wheels around, and an easy 2 points for Viv Barrett. We still don't know what they gave Marysville-Pilchuck because there's no scoring on the. So it should be 2-2. Deep into the ball to Aubrey Zakus, and she goes in. And she did a good job of going in. Unfortunately, we're going to take a quick time out here, and we'll be right back.
Hi, this is Ozzy Osbourne. For many years, I've had a drink problem, and I'm trying to battle that problem every single day. But one thing I don't drive my car when I'm drinking. I get someone to drive me. Do not drink and drive. It's the stupidest thing. If you drink, just don't drive. Not only are you going to hurt yourself, you may hurt some other person, and you wouldn't want that on your conscience, would you?
A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
And welcome back to the gymnasium. Unfortunately, one of the players for the Pilchuck Tomahawks took a spill. She's got off the court, and we corrected play. Ball to Ava Cook on the left elbow. She gets it high post to Barrett. Barrett gets over to Floyd. Floyd takes the three-pointer off the front of the rim. No good. Ball batted around. And the ball will be going to Stanwood off of a Pilchuck Tomahawk. Brager sets up underneath the basket. Whips it over to Floyd. Floyd off the just short on the front side of the rim. Zakus gets that. That's Gianna Frank who gets that board for the Pilchuck Tomahawks. Setting up again is Emily Harris. She takes a shot. It's off. No good. Ball batted around, and it's going to go to the Tomahawks.
Good battle between Vivian Barrett and Aubrey Zakus.
Moses tries to get it in. The ball is tipped, and Sanford grabs that ball, steals it, drives, and the left-hand finish, 4-2. Ties the score at 4-4 here. Last year's game was not as good as this. This is a competitive game so far. Tatum is able to see that ball from Moses, gets it in deep to Cook. Cook misses, but grabs in for the rebound. Frank and Cook going up for a jump ball, and I do not know who the Spartan basketball. They got a fancy shot clock here. We have to figure out which parts are applied to yet. Brager looking for some help here. Gets it into Floyd. Floyd sets up for a three. Nothing but net. Rattles that in. 7-4. Stanwood, excuse me. Flashback to the high school days. And they're going to say that Miss Harris for the Tomahawks traveled under the defensive pressure by Tatum. Tatum Brager.
A little full court press there.
Well, now they're saying it's 7-5. I don't know how they could have 5. Oh, a deep three by Brager. That makes it 10-4 Stanwood. Once again, full court pressure. Brager's there to swat the ball away from Harris, but it goes out of bounds, but still full court pressure. Just incredible pressure by the Spartans so far. Harris has it, ball stolen by Floyd. Floyd gets it off to Brager for a three. She hits it, rips a one on the baseline there to make it, should be 13-4. Well, now it's 26-4, but it's 13-4. This is the first day with the scoreboard, so everybody's getting a chance to use it.
So I got 13-4.
Yeah.
Foul number 3, Ava Cook, her first and second team foul for the Spartans.
All right. You're going to wait till they get the scoreboard figured out there. It's a brand new one. They got looks like the Statmaster 3000.
We know how the
control.
Statmaster likes to be. You look at it wrong sometimes, and it does things. There we go. Now we got a 13-4. We're all golden.
I've got Stanwood right now with 2 steals. Make that 3 steals.
Well, a young team for the Tomahawks, and so this full court pressure is really tough on them. This time we have an unforced error just on the pass itself. Moses trying to get it to Harris and just unfortunately keeping it away from the pressure, just out of bounds immediately. Sanford gets it into Brager. Brager looks at a 3. She takes it because no one's guarding her, and she nails it. Three straight three-pointers for Miss Brager. The Tomahawks have seen enough and going to take a timeout. So will we? This is Stanwood Girls Basketball on TCSNSports.com.
I'm probably okay to have one more drink before I drive home. I'm probably okay. I open the window to stay alert. Probably okay. I just popped some gum in my mouth.
Step out of the car, please.
I probably made a mistake.
Probably okay isn't okay when it comes to drinking and driving. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hi everyone, Al Roker here. As a guy with his own catchphrase, I appreciate that Smokey's only said,
"Only you can prevent wildfires."
But I'm filling in because there's a lot more to report. Like when there are parched or windy conditions out there, you gotta be extra careful with things like burning yard waste. After all, wildfires can start anywhere, even in your neck of the woods. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Opt US Kids presents.
And welcome back to the Stanwood Gymnasium, where in the first period still, with 5 minutes to go, the Stanwood Spartans lead 16-4. 3 straight three-pointers by Tatum Brager on 3 steals or errors. Another steal by Brager, but it's kept by Moses. Moses tries to get it in, but Floyd gets in. They're going to say it was off of Moses. No, they're going to say it was off of Floyd. Okay.
You said this was going to be it looks like a competitive game,
well,
and that's when
I jinxed the Pilchuck Tommies, and I'm sorry for that. Once again, double team by the Spartans. Harris has it. She's on the baseline. They have to be up over and steal by Chloe Sanford. This year they have to only 10 seconds to get it across. Floyd takes the 3. It bounces around about 4 times. Good shooters get good bounces, and that one goes down. Should actually be 19-4, not 18-4. Harris has it once again, trying to grasp Brager. Now she's double teamed. She gets it off to Frank. No, that was Zakus, excuse me. They're going to say Zakus traveled. And we're going to get 2 subs for
Janessa Wise and Ruiz coming back in.
I think they stayed out for some coach talk during the timeout. You get it off to Viv Bear just above the free throw line. She misses. Ball gathered in by Wise. Stolen away by the Spartans again. Emma Floyd taking the 3. Off, no good. Ball gathered in by, who was that? That is number 4. That's Brianna Ruiz. Now, she had a injury earlier, but she's able to come back from that, which is good to see. Ruiz has it on the right elbow. Spins around. Tries to go baseline. Great defense by Floyd. Gets it in deep to Frank. Or no, that's Frank. Ooh, lots of bodies flying everywhere. They're going to say Pilchuck still has the ball.
Looks like Zacuse right into Breger, and along with Frank.
Moses underneath the basket looking for a timey. Gets it into Wise. Wise gets it over to Zacuse. Zacuse tries to go, but they're going to say she's
her double dribble.
Scoop, double dribble. Okay. He's kind of showing a scoop. I'm not sure what that is. Irregardless, error, and Stanwood gets the ball. Breger bringing it down. Nobody challenging her yet. Gets it off to Floyd on the right-hand side. She sets up for a three. Gets it into Barrett. Barrett drives and has her pocket picked by Moses, but then Floyd gets it back from Moses. And now they're going to call a foul, but I did not see who it was going to be on.
I think it's going to be Ruiz.
It'll be on.
No, Moses.
It'll be on Moses. I think that'll just be their first personal. With as much competition going on here. Ooh, Floyd wide open, and she buries the three. Just buries it. 22-4. 3 minutes left in this first period. Ball up to Wise. Wise bringing it down the right-hand side. She gets it over to Gianna Frank. Frank turns, works her way in on, and gets herself 2 points by just working her way back. Nice job by Frank. Sanford gets it off, back to Breger, bringing it down top of the key. Sets up for a deep three. Off the front of the rim, no good. Ball batted around. Floyd gets it. She whips it into Barrett, but off Barrett's fingertips. Right idea. She was open underneath the basket there. Going to see some switching of the players by Coach Adams. In comes Paige Almanza and Madeline Larson. Out goes Chloe Sanford and Tatum Breger, excuse me. Wise has it. Poked free for a minute by Ava Cook. She gets it back over to, that is Urinda. Urinda, shot taken. Ball batted around, but Barrett gets it. Able to get it off to Paige Almanza, who brings it down. Gets the ball off to Larson. Larson, top of the key, gets it over to Almanza. Almanza whips it into Barrett. Barrett turns around. Off the glass nicely for two. Stanwood's pulled back there, full court pressure. Moses coming down, met by Almanza. Gets it off to Ruiz down that left-hand side. Needs some help. Gets it in deep to Frank. Frank whips it out to Moses. Moses takes the three, and she puts it in off the glass.
Three-pointer for Moses.
Makes the score 24-9 Stanwood. Larson, top of the key. Setting up the play coach wants. Gets it off to Floyd. Floyd back over. Almanza, left-hand elbow. Gives it back up to the top. Gets it over to Larson. Larson looks at a three, whips it over to the baseline to Floyd. No good. Ball gathered in by Cook. Cook has it. Whips it over to Larson. Larson resets. Gets it to Floyd. Is that three in the key?
Oh, loose.
Or is it a shot clock violation? I didn't see what it was.
All right, coming in will be Suzanne Depew. That name's familiar. Her sister Anna, I think, was a three-year varsity.
Yeah, I don't think she played her last year. I think she focused
on.
That's
right. Soccer. And we're gonna. Oh,
yeah, Ruiz travels. The ball, or gives up the ball, and Stan will take over. 24-9 with 57.8 seconds left in this first period. Larson has it, bringing it around to the top of the key. Gets it off to Floyd. Floyd brings it back up, gets it off to Cezanne. Cezanne over to Almanza. Larson's deep underneath. She gets it to an easy shot to Barrett for an easy left-handed layup. Nice feed by Larson. Moses bringing it down, met by Almanza. Ruiz has it. Ruiz tries to go deep, gets it off to Zacuse, but Viv Barrett's able to poke that off away and then gathered in by Maddie Larson. She drives, tries to go up, and they're going to say foul. I mean, not foul, travel. Wow.
That was
a 50-50 call there.
Yeah. Thought she might have drew some contact. She went in the key.
I think she finishes that play. They don't call that foul, but
yeah,
she stopped. Moses bringing it down once again, met by Almanza at the timeline. They get it off to Harris. Harris brings it down. Ooh. Stolen away by Floyd. Gets it up to Almanza quickly. She shoots us forward and finishes. Nice finish by Almanza. Great feed by Floyd there on the steal. Get it off to Harris. Harris goes to that right elbow again. Moses takes a deep three, but it's no good, and that's the end of the first period with the score 28-9. This is Stanwood Girls Basketball on TCSNSports.com.
Vince, what to expect when you're expecting a teenager. Learning the lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for greatest of all time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Stanwood Spartan Sports on TCSNSports.com.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
And welcome back to Stanwood Gymnasium. End of the first period, 28-9. We're going to try to get some first quarter stats in real quick.
Boy, Spartans lighting it up. Tatum Brager with 9 points, along with Emma Floyd. I believe all those from the three-point line. And then Viv Barrett comes in with 6. So Spartans with 28 points. Paige Almanza chipped in 2, and Chloe Sandiford had 2.
What about steals? That would be the number I'd love to see if you happen to have that.
Steals. Stanwood has 7 steals.
Yeah.
And
that full court press was very effective early on, and then they've just been doing some even going off. There you go, and then just begin next period. There we go. And Pilchuck will once again start the period. Guarded, Moses guarded by Almanza. She's trapped away, but Larson comes in and on the switch and is able to poke that ball free, leaving 26 seconds for the Tomahawks to get this in. Going to be a foul on Ava Cook, I believe.
Probably just a second personal foul.
Get it into Reeves. Reeves drives that baseline, shoots. I think there'll be another foul there again. That might be a quick. Is that Shea Martin there? I think it's. No, they're going to say it's on Cook. So is that her third personal?
Yes, I guess.
Coach leaving her in there. Oh, no, got someone coming in for her. And the sub happens. Floyd comes back in. Cook off to the bench to cool down a little bit. 2 quick fouls. That's makes your night shorter real quick. Ruiz takes the second one, misses that one too. The ball bounces around, grabbed in by Frank. Frank tries to go up. They're going to call a jump ball. And it looks like it should be Stanwood's ball.
Frank, 5'11", just a freshman, and she plays with some aggressiveness.
Yes, she does.
For the Tommies.
They need it, so that's good. Larson gets it off to Martin. Martin over to Cezanne. Cezanne tries to get it, but poked free by Moses, but Floyd able to get it back. Floyd gets it over to Almanza on that left elbow. She brings it to the top of the key, brings it off to Martin. Martin brings it back up to the top of the key. Get it off to Larson. And the shot, they get it in deep to Floyd. We've been seeing Floyd on the outside. She goes in there on the inside, and an easy 2 points for her.
It's 2 assists for Madison Larson since she's come off the bench.
Ruiz drives. The ball is blocked and stopped by Floyd. Floyd gets it off to Cezanne. Cezanne drives. No finish. Ball batted around, but Ruiz gets it for the Tommies. Guarded closely by Almanza. Almanza then switches back over to Moses. Moses able to get it in, but battered around by Larson. Larson all over Moses. Oh, Cezanne sneaks in there and gets it away from Wise. Drive left-handed, no good. Ball up by Almanza, and that's finished. Page gets that rebound and the 2 points. Moses gets it off to Harris. Harris tries to get by. Larson does. Switch by Floyd. Get it off to Moses. Back over to Wise. Ball poked free, but kept by Moses. Nice job there.
Who made that last shot?
That was Almanza. Wise has it. Stripped away by Almanza. Almanza drives and finishes. That is 2 steals and finishes by Miss Almanza here in the first half. Moses has it. Covered by Larson. Once again, Almanza sneaks ahead, steals again, drives. Oh, not able to finish that one, but Larson has it. She goes up, no, unable to finish it. Grabs the rebound, gets it back out to Floyd. Floyd takes the shot and rips the net.
That's the 4th three-pointer for Emma Floyd.
Frank has it for the Tommies up on the right elbow. Gives it in deep to Harris. Turns around, no good. Ball batted around, grabbed. The fight between Martin and Harris goes off of Martin. Pilchuck get the ball. There's a few players leaving. They had quite a few players here. Wise leaving. Harris stays. In came Christy Dela Paz, excuse me. Shot by Frank, up and good for the Tommies.
Basket by Gianna Frank.
Brager back in for, and sing with Barrett for Coach Adams. Cezanne has it, gets it over to Martin. Martin, top of the key. Gets it over to Tatum Brager for a deep, deep three. That's off the front of the rim, no good. Barrett tries to put that back over, but unable to connect with that, so it'll stay Tommy's ball. Moses has it, bringing her down. Brager meeting her at the timeline. Get it off to Ruiz on the left-hand side. They tried to get it in, but stolen away by Cezanne. Cezanne takes her time this time and finishes. She's been hitting that basket so hard the first couple times. I think that this is her first varsity experience, I believe. Brager has it. Tough D. Oh, double team by Sanford. And they're going to say it's off Moses. Nice job on that double team by Chloe Sanford.
Just quick impressions. Looks like Stanwood has a very deep bench.
A lot of experience. These are all young, but a lot of experience, huh?
Yes.
Timeout Stanwood.
Timeout Stanwood. Coach wants to talk about his next play. This is Stanwood Girls Basketball on TCSNsports.com.
Neil Armstrong waited 6 hours and 39 minutes to step onto the surface of the moon. Jackie Robinson waited 20 months to play his first game with the Brooklyn Dodgers. And even DiCaprio had to wait 22 years to win an Oscar. You can wait until your destination. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
And welcome back to Stanwood Gymnasium. It's the second period, 4:45 left to go in the second period. It's 39-12 Stanwood. Never been really a doubt. I kind of jinxed the Tomahawks. It was 4-4, and I was saying they were going to do a good job, and then all of a sudden, bang, Stanwood just went to full court press, and that was the end of that. Rager has it, gets it off to Sanford on the left-hand side. Brings it back up to Martin on the top of the key. She's trying to find somebody deep. She finds Cezanne Depew behind the line, no good. Ball gathered in by Frank. Moses bringing the ball down slowly for Pilchuck. Brings it off to the right-hand side. Trying to get some help. She is just swarmed by the defense. This is something I think we're going to see a lot more of. Quick defense by the Spartans. Brigger all over Moses on that left-hand side. Gets it off to Harris. Harris tries to drive the baseline and is fouled.
I think it's going to be against Chloe. It is. That'll be her second, I believe.
Yeah, she had that very first foul in the very first, 2 seconds of the game, trying to steal the ball, setting the tone right off the bat. Sanford all over Harris again. No place for Harris to go. She gets it off. Martin's able to tip it away, but ball gathered in. Moses takes the three-point shot, just off, no good. Barrett grabs in the rebound and gets the ball off to Brager. Brager bringing it down that right-hand side. Gets it off to Cezanne. I think there was some miscommunications on that new play that they just got. Martin has it. Looks at a three-point shot. A little long. Gathered in by Harris. She's going to be guarded by Brager on this right-hand side. Spin move to get free of her. Moses has it on the switch. Brager has it. Brager taps it away, but Moses is able to get it back. Gets control, brings it down that right-hand side again. Brager once again is all over it. It's going to hit that scoreboard. Don't let it hit that scoreboard. It's going to end up being 200-12.
39-12 in her score, but yeah.
Last time it took a hit that doubled the score. So Moses has the ball. Gets it in. Or I'm sorry, Moses not having. Delaplace has the ball. Gets it into Moses. Moses gets it into Frank. Trying to back down Barrett. This time the double team forces her to pass it off. It's tipped away. There will be 13 seconds left on the shot clock here. 3:04 left with the 39-12 score for the Spartans. Looking for some help. I think she took her 5 seconds, huh?
Yeah. Trying to get that one into Savannah Benjamin, but just a little late.
Maddie Larson in for coach along with Paige Almanza. And then we got Emma Floyd and Brager. Gets it off to Brager. Brager gets it over to Monza. Monza looks at a three, drives, tries to kick it into Brager. Poked and stolen away. Moses quickly bringing it down the right-hand side for the Tommies. She drives all the way. Stolen away by Almanza there. Sees a streaking Floyd and a finish. Nice assist by Almanza to a wide open running the court, Miss Floyd. Moses looking for some help. She's got that ball stop, gets it off to Frank. Frank guarded by Barrett. She drives. Tries to go up and just blocked by Barrett. Barrett grabs that ball after the block. Larson has it, whips it over to Floyd. Floyd takes a 10-footer off, no good ball. Gathered in by Harris, but then grabbed by Barrett. The jump ball possession arrow goes to the Pilchuck Tomahawks.
(41-12) our score. 2 minutes left to go in the half. Moses bringing it down.
Gets it off to Delaplace. She drives down that right-hand side. Must be an off-the-ball foul, I believe.
I think there's a problem with the clock.
Yeah, the shot clock was 3 seconds off. There we go. Then they got it right where they wanted it.
So they're
Wise coming in for Benjamin.
In for Marysville-Pilchuck, number 24, Vanessa Wise.
And Delaplace has it for the Tommies. Gets it into Wise. Wise covered by Larson. Looking for some help. Finds Moses on the top of the key. Gets it off the Harris. Ball poked free by Floyd, though, for the steal. Stutters. Drives. Oh, no finish, but Barrett's up there for the rebound and the finish by Miss Barrett. 43-12 with 1:39 left here in the second period. Moses has it met at the midpoint by Brager. Harris has it. Gets the ball in deep to Delaplace. Tries to get it back to Harris. Packed away, but she grabs it. Gets it in deep to Frank. Frank turns around and misses, but ball gathered in by Almanza. She sees a wide open. Oh, unfortunately, a little too far on that idea. Great idea, but a little too far on that. Okay, so now we're going to see some more Tommies. Nope. Okay, Brianna Reeves comes in, and also Lexi Urenda comes in. Out leaves Frank and Harris. Cezanne Depew getting set to come in for Coach Adams. Moses has it. A lot of balls poked away and finally stolen by Maddie Larson. She gets it off to Almanza. Almanza left of the key, turns it in deep to Brager on the baseline, and she just rips a three. They are not guarding her, and I think that's a mistake, but Brager does not mind. We saw her take a lot of shots last year, and they're all hitting this year, that's for sure so far.
This is probably hottest three-point shooting I think I've seen the Spartan girls shoot in quite a while.
Well, they had a long offseason to practice their shot. Ball poked free, but gathered in by Urinda. Urinda tries to get it off to Ruiz, and she does. Ruiz has the ball. Tries to drive, and a foul on the Stanwood Spartan. That'll be Miss Floyd, I believe.
That'll be her first.
16 fouls. Marysville only has one so far. Ball getting deep over the top by Barrett over Urinda.
It's going to be Viv's first. That was kind of a tough one. Urinda and Viv Barrett just kind of get tied up there and both kind of throwing the elbows.
Over the top by Barrett, though. Urinda's getting the first shot at the free throw line. Off, no good. Ball gathered in by Barrett. Brager has it. Slight defense by Ruiz. Gets it off to Floyd. Floyd steps, comes in. Just off the rim, no good. The ball batted around, gathered in by Larson, though. Back over to Floyd, deep into Barrett. Off her hands, no good. She gets it back to Floyd. That ball's tipped away. Floyd's able to gather it. She gets it off to Brager. Brager takes a deep three. Off, no good, but Barrett's there to clean it up. Off, no good again. Right at the buzzer at the half. The score is 46-12. I don't know. Do we take a shortened? Is it a shortened halftime again?
We'll find out.
Okay, so this is Spartan Girls Basketball on TCSNSports.com.
Steven.
Who said that?
Me, down here.
Ugh, what are you, a yellow booger?
I'm a banana slug, Steven.
What are you doing in my room?
I'm your sense of adventure. It's been a long time since we've had an adventure in the forest.
Mom took me to the forest last year.
I'm a slug, Steven. It took me a long time to get here.
You're right. I should get out.
Yeah, the forest is not that far away.
Hey, Mom!
Come to the forest where the more adventurous you lives. Check out discovertheforest.org for cool places nearby. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Completely ready to adopt a teen.
For late nights writing English papers.
For your teen's music taste.
For dinners, where they talk more on their phone than with you.
For the first time, they call you Mom.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen, and you can't imagine the reward.
To learn more about adopting a teen, visit adoptuskids.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Stanwood Spartan Sports on TCSNSports.com.
These are the sounds of a dinner. A dinner that almost didn't happen. A dinner now served, thanks to people like you. Due to COVID-19, 17 million more Americans may face hunger. Feeding America is helping our neighbors in need. And if you're able, you can too. Donations are being accepted at feedingamerica.org/coronavirus. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
This year has been a very trying year for many in our community, including many of our sponsors. TCSN has decided to broadcast this abbreviated sports season commercial-free in order to give Spartan fans an opportunity to watch and listen to the games. Now, TCSN is a business, and it does take money from our advertisers to cover our cost to broadcast. But until we have a regular sports year, we are glad to webcast Stanwood Spartan Sports for you, the fans. We encourage you to visit our many sponsors who have supported us in the past, as well as all of our local businesses in and around our community.
Cool. And welcome back to Stanwood Gymnasium, site of the first basketball game played on the new basketball court and gym. The Stanwood girls taking on the Pilchuck Tomahawks. And right now it is a strong game for the Stanwood Spartans, 46-12.
Yeah, it is. And surprisingly, pretty well played by the Stanwood Spartans. Talked with the coach prior to the game, got here early, thinking it was a JV game going on tonight, and that didn't happen. But had a chance to talk with the coach a little bit, and he says he only had 3 practices with all these girls. So it's
they're still not a full team. This team has got one more. I hate to say bullet in the chamber, but anyway, they are not playing. They're playing well, but they have one more individual that can add to the mix here.
And boy, I have never seen the Stanwood Spartans shooting like this for a while. The defense is good. Offense, they've been able to shoot from outside. Various players shooting from outside, getting the three. And then Viv Barrett has shown a lot of improvement from last year when we saw her. They're playing underneath the basket.
Yeah, her shots are really, her finishes are all nice. We've seen very few times where we expected her to finish that she did not finish. But a really good job of going and grabbing the boards. I will say she has been the bigger presence in most of the games we watched last year.
Yeah.
But there's two young ladies here that play for the Tomahawks that are giving her a little bit of something. So she's having to earn what she's got. And we'll find out what she has for rebounds and points here in a bit. But definitely you can see the improvement. I know they talked about that with her. Watching her drills in the pregame, she had some pretty extensive drills, really working on the proper hands and left-hand side and right-hand side and doing a really good job of working both sides of her body to get that functioning and fluidity there.
Yeah, just a great first half here for the Stanwood Spartans, and they have a 46-12 lead, and that is pretty good for that. That's a total that would I think a lot of coaches would be happy for in girls basketball for a game.
Well, we were looking at a game in the paper with the boys just yesterday, and the score was 36-35. So now we can't compare that apples to apples at all. But the point being that, and the other thing is this, you can't even say coach has been running the score up. He has used every player he has possible to play. He has not held anybody back that has the ability to play tonight, all getting pretty good minutes. But that full court trap was just a real killer there for about a 3 or 4 minute stretch. They just had no answer for that whatsoever.
Marysville had no answer for it, and Stanwood just had several steals and turnover baskets. And then coach turned that off, I think, just out of sportsmanship. I
think so.
That's okay, we know that works. And so they I think the score could have been more lopsided. But all in all, first half real good. Should we take a break?
Take a quick break for a PSA, and then we'll come back with the halftime stats. This is Spartan Girls Basketball on TCSNSports.com.
Elton John, audition, take one.
My name is Elton John.
Cut there. Little less showbiz, Elton.
My name is Elton John.
Bit more showbiz.
My name is Elton John.
Let's go for your Michael Caine impression. Just let's see what it's like.
My name is Elton John.
Beautiful. Cut there.
The more people in society that get vaccinated, the more chance there is of eradicating the national COVID pandemic. It's really important to know that the vaccines have all been through and met the necessary safety and quality standards.
So this is the bit where you're going to have the vaccine now, Elton. So
right.
Just kind of pretend that you're having the vaccine from a nurse.
Oh!
What was that, Elton?
That was me acting.
Okay, let's cut there.
And as you can see, I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow, okay. Thanks, Elton. We'll let you know.
Oh, well, at this short notice, you won't find anyone bigger.
And welcome back to Stanwood Gymnasium. After Elton John, I'm not quite sure where I need to go with that, but Sir Elton John, I have to get my second shot soon, and I hope I do as well as he did.
Yeah, I'm glad I got the one and done, and I feel very good about it.
Well, we got as we said earlier, this is halftime, and the score is 46-12. Perry, how did we get to that 46 points?
Well, Spartans just lit up the scoreboard, and they've already have 2 players in double figures, led by Emma Floyd with 14, Tatum Brager 12 points, Paige Almanza 8, Viv Barrett with 8, Suzanne Depew 2, Chloe Sanderford 2, and that is the scoring. It's been the 3-point shooting for the Stanwood Spartans. 8 for 14 beyond the 3-point line, so that is really good.
If that's truly the percentage, that's about a 75, or not 75, about a 65% shooting right there.
Yeah.
So
steals, I've got Stanwood with 12 steals. 1 block, 8 assists, and leading with assists here. If I can see where that is at is number 4. That's going to be Maddie Larson with 4, coming in off the bench and getting 4
No,
steals.
that's Paige Almanza, isn't that?
Nope, that is. She has 4 assists.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and that bodes well for the Stanwood Spartans. Bench has been deep, and I think it'll be interesting to see how the coach plays. I think he's probably looking at this as a practice, and also kind of building for next year because of this COVID season. We know we got this week, and I think next week. But we never know where the numbers go and how they could roll us back into whatever phase it is, and that could be the end of the season. So,
and the reason, for people that aren't positive, the reason with it being an indoor sport, it changes what they could do on the various phases. Where we got to play on phase 2 and phase 3 for all the outdoor sports, it's because they're outdoors. Unfortunately, these indoor sports. It's just a little different ruling by the WIA and WESCO, and so therefore we just have to keep our fingers crossed that we can maintain these phases the way they are right now.
Well, they do have some fans in here. They've got students. I guess how it works, you can have 40 students, and each player gets 4 passes for parents to come in. And
I'll
they've
say
got
they
them spread out.
Yeah, I'll say they pretty much, but they. I would say that everybody took advantage of their 4. That's for sure. That's just good to see. And the students were really close. Mr. Ross Short was telling us that he did not get all 40 students, but I'm looking over there and I'm saying that to me, I think I see the whole boys basketball team over there cheering on the ladies tonight. I don't know if it'll be the same, but I know that Mr. Short said that they already sold out for the boys, student-wise. I don't know.
Yeah.
He didn't know about the parents, obviously.
That went fairly quick. So should we come back and take a break?
Hopefully we'll come back, and then actually, you know what? We only have 32 seconds.
All right. We'll stay right here. But we've got, we should say we're also on YouTube. Go to the YouTube channel, Stanwood High School YouTube. Type that in the address bar of the YouTube site. And you'll come and you can watch the game and listen to us. And we'll have the audios archived, and you can also go back and watch it on YouTube archived.
So is it when they type in Stanwood High School, does that show all the archived
it does.
A video that Mr. Short's been doing since the start of all the sports season, too?
It does. So you can go back and watch. And so it's been kind of cool for Stanwood High School fans. And, boy, that Statmaster 2000, as soon as the buzzer goes off, it goes dark on me.
It hit on you, huh?
Oh, there we go.
Okay, they'll begin next period.
Okay. Yeah, we're set and ready to go. Thank you very much. You
No
are
problem.
the Statmaster
you have to have
2000.
the magic. You have to have the magic fingerprint to open that thing up.
That's true.
It's not just the Statmaster 2000 at that point.
46-12 our score. We should mention we got boys basketball tomorrow against Snohomish, who lost to Monroe by 1 point, 37-36?
36-35, I think.
Okay, there you go.
And then wrestling on Friday. We'll see how that goes with Mr. Jerry Evans as our guest play-by-play guy. Now, top of the key for Barrett. Barrett gets it off to Brager. Brager takes a deep 3 off the front of the rim. No good. Ball gathered in by Floyd. Floyd gets it back to Brager. She has it, looks over to Sanford for a deep 3. In and out, no good. Boy, that was in deep before it popped out. Ball gathered in by Harris for the Tommies. Then she is quickly double-teamed, gets it back off to Moses. Moses, top of the key. Just harassed by Brager. And they're going to say it was a double dribble by Moses.
That was caused by the good defense by Brager. She was right there causing trouble.
Brager bringing the ball down top of the key. High post to Barrett. Barrett looking for a cutter, finds Cook. Cook goes up, and she is tomahawked down.
I think that was Frank that might have applied the hard foul. It was Frank.
No, that's actually Frank. Yeah, you're right. I'm
Frank.
sorry. You're totally right. But is that Frank's only first foul, I think, because they only have 2.
I think so, yeah.
They only have 2 for the game. First ball up and no good by Cook. Frank has played really well as a freshman, I think, for the Tomahawks. Second ball short also.
So the score remains the same.
Back ball on defense. Moses coming back there. Stanwood is not applying pressure at this point. Moses is met at the timeline, though. Frank has it top of the key. Dribbles. Gets it in deep to Harris, but that's poked around, and then Zakus gets it. She tries to go up. And ball is grabbed by Chloe, but Chloe cannot get it back in. Nice try, though.
She was hustling.
Moses underneath the basket for the Tommies. Gets it off to Harris. Harris back over to Ruiz. Ruiz dribble around. Gets it over to Moses on that left side. And it is a 30-second clock violation. Good defense by the Spartans.
5 turnovers for the Tommies so far.
Ball in high post to Barrett again. Almost ball knocked away by Zakus. Barrett drives, and a little lefty off the board. Almost a hook, but not quite.
But hey, a nice soft touch and out with the left hand.
Yes.
That is just going to really be a big weapon for her.
It almost looks like she likes the left better than the right. Frank has it on that right elbow, left elbow. She dribbles past Barrett. Barrett's able to keep her away from the hoop and then blocked by Barrett.
And looks like there's going to be a foul. It's going to be a foul on Viv. Be her second.
I think the shot was blocked by, blocked by Barrett, but then when Frank got it back, Barrett then fouled her, I believe. And a nice touch by Frank, nothing but net. Second shot up. And no good. Ball gathered in by Chloe Sanford. Bringing it up the left-hand side. Gets it off to Brager on the left-hand side. Brager whoops it into Floyd on the baseline. And nothing but net for 3. Moses has it met by Brager down that right-hand side. Gets it off to Franca. High post. Gets it in deep to Harris. Chloe all over her. And they're going to say that was a travel by Harris.
I think if Harris gone up the first time she looked at the basket, she might have drew the foul, but she kind of pivoted and moved around a bit and instead of going up. And generally you see that. If you're a little tentative around the basket,
no love.
You're not going to get the calls.
High post to Barrett. Barrett gets to a cutting hook and nothing but net for that finish. Nice assist from high post Barrett right there. Moses off to Ruiz. Ruiz goes down the left-hand side, covered by Floyd. Nicely done there. Cuts her off. Tries to get it in deep to Frank, and that is thrown out of bounds. Turnover to your Spartans. Score is 53-13 with 5:26 left here in the third period.
Want to thank the CTE department, Mr. Ross Short, the Career Technical Education Department. They're doing all the wonderful work on YouTube. And they've got gizmos, Bob. Stuff that makes the StatMaster 2000 look like, you wouldn't chisel in a slate.
You wouldn't be a CT without that kind of fancy stuff. High post again to Barrett. Barrett turns around. Tries to get back over to Sanford. Sanford gets it up to Brager. Brager takes the deep 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Ball batted around by Barrett. She gets it. She goes up, and she is fouled on the attempt. Frank will get her second foul, it appears. We are not keeping stats for the opposing team, so we just have to kind of remember what it is. First shot up by Viv, and it is nothing but net. And there's going to be a massive line change here for the Spartans. Almanza, Larson, and Cezanne Depew coming in for Floyd, Brager, and Sanford. Second shot up and good by Miss Barrett again, 55-13 with 4:41 left here in the third period. Moses bringing it down. Gets it off to Wise. Gets it off to Frank. Frank over to Moses. Moses over to Ruiz, but that's tipped by Depew, but Ruiz is able to get it. Now we're going to have a reach in probably by Miss Depew.
Yep.
Fouls on number 25, Cezanne Depew, her first personal third.
Well, I think Coach Adams, I mean, you don't want the silly fouls, but I think those fouls being aggressive defense, I think he's going to live with a few of those.
And Harris Cotford traveling again. She's got that stutter, and unfortunately that little stutter step gets her.
Something new this year, they got a 10-second time clock. Oh,
nice find by nice find by Larson, and that ball did not want to go in there and finally did. Sitting on the top of the metal rim there for a while. Ruiz with a nice little move goes up. Are they going to finish it? They are going to finish it. Give her the two. It's a chance for Ruiz to get the old-fashioned three-point play in. Cezanne Depew gets another foul there. Delaplace comes in for Harris. Urinda comes in for Frank. And unable to complete that three-point play is Ruiz, unfortunately. Barrett grabs it in the rebound, gets it off to Larson. Larson quickly over to Almanza. She looks at a three, gets it into a cutting Barrett, and she buries a little six-footer.
Barrett's just lighting it up.
Pardon me.
That's 16 points for her.
Delaplace has it on the right-hand side, guarded by Larson. Gets it into Ruiz. Ruiz tries to drive there. I think she's going to get a block in there.
And that's
going to be Cezanne Depew. Really quickly, 3 quick fouls for her, unfortunately. But the person coming in comes in for Barrett, not for Depew.
Viv scoring 8 points here.
And they're going to say 5 seconds on the oh no, foul. Foul on Lexi Urinda instead. I think she said too hard of a pick or something, I guess. Larson has it. Gets it in high post to Cook. Cook looks for some cutters. Gets it back over to Martin. Martin brings it down. Cuts it off to Larson. Larson looks at a three for a second. Gets it off to Almanza. She's wide open for a three. Off to front of the rim. No good. The ball gathered in by Cook. She tries to go for it. And they're going to say it's a kick ball by the Tommies. Stanwood's ball with a fresh 30 with that kick.
This is the first minutes that Viv has had off this whole game.
Depew with a floater, no good. Gets her own rebound, though. Gets it off to Larson. Larson gets it back over to Almanza. Almanza takes the three from the left corner. No good. Ball batted around. Ooh, and Stanwood gets the ball in a fresh 30. 1:22 left in this third period. 59-15 Stanwood. Larson has the ball underneath the hoop, looking for an open cutter. Tries to get it all the way into Martin. Poked around and gathered in by Wise. Moses off to Ruiz. Ruiz drives, pulls up, off, no good. Ball gathered in by Cezanne Depew. She is stopped defensively by Ruiz, but gets it off to Larson. I think Larson's forgetting they only have 10 seconds, but she gets it across, no problem. High post to Cook. Cook has, oh my, Urinda's got a hold of that wrist.
When your elbow is stuck in the opponent's ear, that's just never good. Reaching over.
Quick second foul for Urinda. Ball off to Cezanne, back over to Almanza. Almanza looks at a three, gets it back to Cezanne. Cezanne flips it over to Larson on that left-hand side, brings it back up top, goes to Almanza. Back over to Larson, looking for a cutter.
9 seconds on the shot clock.
Larson drives, gets it off to Cook. And nice find by Larson. Opens up Cook for an easy for an easy little drive. A really nice job. That was an excellent dish. If we were doing a play of the game, that might be a shot at that one there. This is the third period's over at 61-15 Stanwood. This is Spartan Girls Basketball on TCSNSports.com.
This year has been a very trying year for many in our community, including many of our sponsors. TCSN has decided to broadcast this abbreviated sports season commercial-free in order to give Spartan fans an opportunity to watch and listen to the games. Now, TCSN is a business, and it does take money from our advertisers to cover our cost to broadcast. But until we have a regular sports year, we are glad to webcast Stanwood Spartan Sports for you, the fans. We encourage you to visit our many sponsors who have supported us in the past, as well as all of our local businesses in and around our community.
Papa, can we telegraph while riding a horse? Son, there ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Stallion, tip-tapping away at his telegraph, when blam! Ran right into the side of the saloon. Well, if Jeffro can't do it, neither should you. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Hey, welcome back. This is the start of the fourth period here. It's 61-15, just about 5 seconds away from the start. And Stanwood will have the ball to start this. Or no, Marysville-Pilchuck will have the ball again to start this fourth period.
Emma Floyd leads all scorers with 17, followed by Viv Barrett with 16.
And Cezanne gets in there for the steal, gets it off to Almanza. Almanza finds Martin. Martin drives. Unable to finish. Ball batted around. Picked up by Delaplace. Brings it down that right-hand side. She drives off her foot. And they're going to say stays tomahawk ball.
Yeah, I think Shea might have just got a foot in there. Shea Martin and Madison Larson and Paige Almanza, all part of the softball team. There's another turnover for the Tommies.
Larson bringing it down. Top of the key, gets it off to Almanza. Almanza looking at Cook, but pulls back. Now high post to Cook. She's looking for a cutter, gets it off to Cezanne. Cezanne takes a deep three off the front of the rim. No good. Ball gathered in by Frank. Frank tries to get it up to Delaplace, stolen away by Almanza. She gets it off to Larson. Larson looks at a three, pulls it back, gives it off to Cezanne. Cezanne whips it over to Cook. Cook sets up for the three, and it's nothing but net. Saw Ava Cook practicing those in the pregame drills. Paid off for her there. Ball passed, but battered in by Delaplace. She gets it. Ball stolen away, stripped and stolen away by Martin. Martin drives. Finds a cutting Cook. Cook goes back up. No good, no finish. She gets the ball back, gets it back out to Larson. Larson gets it off to, fakes it, drives, gets it over to Martin. For a three, no good. Ball gathered in by Urenda for the Tommies. Quickly, Moses brings it down, gets it off to Harris. Harris drives down the left-hand side. She finishes, and they're going to say a chance for an old-fashioned three. Going to say that was on Shea Martin.
She picks up her first.
Harris at the line for the first time tonight. So she's the lefty. Off, no good. Ball gathered in by Cook. She gets it over to Almanza. Almanza bringing it down the right-hand side quickly. Nobody there for her. She gets it to the trailer. Off to Cook, off to Larson. Larson keeps it alive. Barely. Larson has it back again. Gets it off to Depew. Gets it off to Almanza. Almanza shakes the three. Off the front rim, no good. Ball gathered in by Cook. She goes back up for a little four-footer off, no good. But she's able to bat it around. Batted her out again. Larson gets it off. And this time, Cezanne Depew knocks down a three. That was two great saves by both Cook and Larson to keep that ball alive. And then Cezanne says, I'll take that three-point shot. Delaplace gets it off to Harris. Harris brings it down, kicks it back out to Moses. Moses looking for a cutter. She gets it in deep. Tip, though, on that pass, and then gathered in by Cook. Cook bringing it up there herself. Sets up for a three. Off the front of the rim, no good. Ooh. Hard foul on Miss Moses.
Imogene Moses, 5-foot junior. She's a scrappy.
That Cook might be her fourth foul if possible. I'm not positive. She had those three quick fouls in a row there. Harris getting the ball into Delaplaz. Delaplaz bringing it down. Gets it back off to Wise. Wise tries to bring it down. Stopped quickly by Martin and Depew. Tied up, and they're going to see jump ball, but the ball was going. The possession was to
Stanwood, so Stanwood ball.
That's not okay. That's not what it showed up.
They just switched. They switched it just before you looked up there. I thought.
No, because he had switched to Stanwood again. That's why I don't understand.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe the red arrow is the arrow.
Yeah.
These fancy new systems. Larson has the ball on the left elbow. Picked by Floyd. Gets it back to Floyd. Back over to Larson. Larson looks at the three. She drives. Up. No good ball. Gathered in by, that is Benjamin.
Maddie showing some good moves there going to the basket hard.
And they're going to say Stanwood ball again with 21 seconds left. To get it off to Almanza. Oh. Getting a little chippy inside there right now.
Fouls number 32, Gianna Franco, third personal. 15 foul, Marysville-Pilchuck.
67-17 with 3 minutes left here to go. Almanza, first one up. Off the front of the rim, no good. Get a second attempt here. Second shot up. And that rattles home. Makes the score 68-17 with 3 minutes left here. Benjamin getting the ball off to Harris. Harris bringing it down the left-hand side. Covered by Almanza. Gets it off to Wise. Wise tries to get it into Benjamin, but she is on happy feet there, unfortunately. Larson bringing the ball down. Setting up the play that coach wants. We watched them working on a couple of new plays. As you said, they only had 3 practices together. They were getting a chance to work on a couple new plays at the beginning of the game with no JV game going. Almanza has it, gets back to Floyd. Back over to Almanza. She whips it over to Martin. Martin takes a shot. Ow! Bounces around, no good. Frank able to gather that ball in for the Tomahawks. Harris has it. Whoa. A lot of exuberance by Harris, unfortunately. So 2 minutes left here, 68-17, Stanwood. And Zakus coming out and Frank coming out. Oh. I think they're short. Oh, they got 5. Okay. Zakus coming back in, excuse me. Frank coming out. Larson bring the ball down for the Spartans off the left-hand side. Depew has it. Gets it off to Almanza for a 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Ball gathered in by Zakus. We're going to say a jump ball, and it should go to... Yeah, okay, so that's how it works. The red arrow is the possession arrow, not the white one. Wise has it, top of the key, gets it off to Ruiz. Ruiz looking for some help. Should just take the three-point shot instead. And no good.
I thought she might have.
That pivot foot looked like it went a little skitch, huh?
Yeah. I was surprised they didn't blow a whistle on that.
Bring the ball down is Maddie Larson. Left-hand side gets it off to Depew. Depew brings it back over to Floyd. Floyd sets up for a 3 and rips the net. 71-17 with 47 seconds left here Quickly, Delaplace brings it down, trying to get some points in for. You get it off to Ruiz. Great defense by the Spartans yet again. Stolen away by Larson. Larson just taking her time, 32 seconds. I think they're going to try to find a way. She needs to get it across the timeline in 10 seconds, and now they have 20 seconds to burn up. It's going to be really close by the time it's all said and done here if they take their time right. Floyd over to Larson, over to Martin, over to Larson. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Deep shot by Depew, and she buries it. Wow, that was an NBA, definitely a WNBA 3, if not an NBA 3 there on that one. 74-17, and the time expires. And the first basketball game played in Stanwood is a win by your Stanwood Spartans, 74-17. We'll take a quick timeout. This is Spartan Girls Basketball on TCSNSports.com.
You're listening to Stanwood Spartan Sports on TCSNSports.com.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
When you want to find out about all the events and happenings that affect you where you live, the source to go to, the Stanwood Camino News. Check out the weekly edition every Tuesday. For the latest breaking news, sports, and weather, go to Stanwood Camino News website, scnews.com, online 24/7. So for the news that affects you where you live, go to scnews.com and the weekly Stanwood Camino News.
And welcome back to Stanwood Gymnasium. It was 76-17.
It was 74-17, yeah.
Okay. We have to make this fast there. They're kicking us out fast. I've never seen that before. But
you don't want to be locked in. Trust me.
I've heard your stories, and they don't care. We'll be sleeping here overnight. So anyway, quickly, we want to go through with the from the Statmaster 2000 there and tell us what we got for stats.
Good night offensively for the Spartans. Emma Floyd led them with 20 points, followed by Viv Barrett, who had 16. She sat out most of the fourth period. I think just give her a little bit of a breather. And then we had Tatum Brager with 12, Suzanne Depew with 8, Ava Cook with 7, Chloe Sandiford with 2. Just a good night for three-point shots. And taking a look, I have Stanwood 13 of 26. And if you can shoot 50% at the free throw line, at the three-point line, that means you're going to have a pretty good season. And, Evan, you're out there watching. What do you feel?
I saw a really, really, really balanced team. They could do the press, and they did great. They could drop back in defense, and they were great. They're shooting from beyond the arc, and they were playing down low. They got everything working.
Yeah, it was definitely going to be a fun team to watch. Let's cross our fingers. We have a whole season, huh?
Yeah, I know. And so it shows that they've got the ingredients to kind of fight specific teams that bring us a specific style. So they can adapt and hopefully succeed in a lot of different games.
Well, they're going to have the comeuppance game, so to speak, will be Friday. That'll really know where they stand with playing against Snohomish. That is just a good squad year in and year out, and they've had Stanwood's number year in and year out. But this will tell us really quickly how they
that was a good start, and they were hustling the entire game. They had the running clock and they had the big lead, but they were still flying down the court all game long.
Very deep bench, and that means you can run all night long. What I liked is, he showed that they could go inside, outside with Viv Barrett just being a monster there in that third period. She scored, I think, half of her points there in that period, and they took her out. I think the coach probably just wanted to see, all right, what happens when we don't have her.
Right. Yeah.
And they still extended
Ava Cook had a really strong time frame while she was there. Unfortunately, she had some foul troubles herself, but overall, I thought she did well in the post position when Barrett was out.
Yeah, no, that was another. I mean, both boys and girls hoops teams are fun to watch. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow night. Stanwood boys take on Snohomish, and should be a good game. Hopefully, we have a lot of folks that can listen in or watch on Stanwood YouTube.
Yep.
We'll have it paired up, and if you're lucky enough to be able to get in, congratulations.
Yeah, I know.
You win the lotto.
Get that golden ticket and get in here, yeah.
And so basketball tomorrow. Friday is wrestling, and I think it's going to be a fun week.
I think it is a very jam-packed and very fun week. So for Perry and Evan, this is Bob Crawford saying good night. Stanwood wins this one 74-17, excuse me. This is Stanwood Girls Basketball on TCSNSports.com.
We hope you've enjoyed this production of Stanwood Spartan Sports here on TCSNSports.com in conjunction with the Stanwood High School's Career and Technical Education Department. We'd also like to extend a thank you to all you Stanwood Spartan fans. Go Spartans!